Back in 1968, when I left the University of Texas, I went to work for my dad. And my father had been previously at Lone Star Brewing Company, but had gotten in the real estate business in San Antonio. So I went to work for him, and he was buying and selling properties, and we needed to have a broker represent the properties that we marketed. And so I formed Kuper Realty.
My first opportunity was to be involved in the marketing. As I settled into the company, I realized what an honor it was to be here, to represent a family business that my father and brother started, and my mother being involved, us getting involved, and then now Jay carrying the torch. That's a very rare opportunity.
Reflecting back on the days when Rick was the #1 agent in San Antonio, I would ask myself, what makes a salesman so good? What makes a real estate agent so good? And I had remembered that it goes way down in the blood. His mom is incredible, but his mom's father started as a candy salesman when he was 10 years old. I see the connection that happened between his grandfather, his mother, himself, and now our son Jay.
So I got in the business really by happenstance, because growing up, it's the only thing I said I would never do. I was having lunch with my dad, and he was staring at his cell phone, and his face was getting redder and redder by the minute as he was looking at it. His calendar was no longer syncing to his cell phone. So I said, Dad, why don't you let me come by the office, which was really familiar to me. I'd grown up there my whole life. Went into the office and essentially never left the office again. And I just started taking on a bigger and bigger role with the brokerage almost on a daily basis, to the point where my dad and I sat down and said, Jay, why don't you run the business going forward? And I did, and I've loved it ever since.
Watching Jay grow up as a child, I really can't believe how far he's come. Seeing his rapport with the clients and the way he's handled the takeover with the company, I just couldn't be more proud of Jay.
So my grandmother Kathleen, who I lovingly call Mimi, is foundational for Kuper Realty. She's not only well loved, but her reputation for being honest and a fair dealer and negotiator is renowned the country over.
She actually started the company culture. I think she deserves all the credit for the success of this company.
Honesty, integrity, and professionalism are the three requirements for me, for myself, and for all agents. I wasn't conscious of teaching it. I was just led by examples, and they have upheld it so beautifully. And Jay has carried it on with the same integrity, the same honesty, and the same professionalism for many, 50 years now.
Seeing the company grow over the last 50 years has been one of the most rewarding things in my life. I was happy to have served when I did, but there was a time and a need for change, for some new thoughts, new ideas, new undertakings. I've been there long enough to know that that somebody like Jay needed to take this company to the next level, and the next level, and the next level.
It's a huge milestone to reach 50 years, and to be able to adapt to that is very, very important. Being that it's in the hands of Jay at this point, we know that that's not going to be a problem, carrying the torch another 50 years.
So cheers to another 50 years.
My grandparents, parents, aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings even, have all been part of this company in a way that has built its reputation to what it is today. When I look to the next 50 years, I know that it's that foundation that can take us to even higher levels. In so many ways, we're building off of what was created in 1972 into 2022, into 2042, and as long as we possibly can.